A few months ago, a client asked me a question. I heard almost every week, Kashish, will I have enough to retire? He was 43, recently moved back to India after years abroad. Married, one child, good career, disciplined saver, no loans, and still genuinely worried about retirement. Checking his balance often, thinking twice before every big expense. We sat down, we ran his numbers, and at the end, I had to tell him something nobody had ever told him. You already have enough. You crossed your retirement number some time ago. You just don't know it. Now, before you think, well, that's because he had crores, stay with me. This is not a story about rich people. It's a story about knowing your number. His number was big, yours might be much smaller. But this problem, having money and not knowing where you stand, this exists at every income level. And so does the fix. I am Kashish Manjani, founder of Aikeyam. I am a certified financial planner and we run a SEBI registered advisory. I have had this conversation with hundreds of families and I am sharing this case because I see this everywhere. People have money but they don't feel relaxed about it. In this video, I will show you how we found his number, why a man with crores in the bank was still losing sleep, and how can you do this same check for yourself. 3.5 crores just lying in saving accounts. Why? No big reason. He was busy. The money came back with him to India. He kept thinking, I will do something with it later, and before he realized it, 3 years had passed. This happens with most of us when we don't give money a job. It just sits there, and if some version of this is lying in your bank right now, 3 crores or 3 lakh, doesn't matter. This video is for you. So he did not have a saving problem. He just did not know what his money was for. So the first question was simple. How much does he actually need? Whenever I do retirement planning with anyone, I start with one question. What will be your retirement cost? What are your current expenses? Not some number from a video or an article. Your number for your lifestyle. And as I explain his case, think about your own numbers also. His family spends about 1.5 lakh a month, that's 18 lakh a year. Most people stop here, but expenses don't stay the same. He wants to retire at 50, which is 7 years away. At 6% inflation, 8 lakhs a year becomes about 27 lakhs a year by then. One simple rule. At 6% inflation, your expenses roughly double every 12 years. Almost everyone who does this calculation does this step, and this is the most important step. And now the last step. How much money does he need so that it can pay him 27 lakh a year, growing with inflation for the next 35 to 40 years for him and his wife. While the money also keeps earning, we ran the number year by year around 9 crores. Then we added up what he already had in India, saving, FDs, some funds, stocks. He had already crossed it. Without counting the retirement account abroad, without saving one more rupee, he was asking me, will I ever have enough? And the truth is, he already had enough. Almost 2 years back. He just did not know it. So all this time he was stressed for no reason. And that's really the point. Your retirement number is not some fancy planning exercise. It's the difference between having money and having peace of mind. But it does raise an obvious question. If he had enough, why was he stressed? His stress came from two places. And neither one was about how much money he had. First, nobody had ever done this calculation for him. When you don't know your number, enough always feels 5 years away. Every market fall feels scary. Every big expense feels like a risk. And no bank balance, however big, gives you peace. So his stress made complete sense. When you don't know where you stand, how can you feel calm? The second problem, most people don't even notice this one, and it was costing him real money every day. The problem was not how much he had, it was where the money was kept. Let's start with the saving account because that's where the biggest amount was. 3.5 crore, a savings account pays around 3%. Sounds fine, right? Balance grows. Nothing is ever lost. But a return means nothing on its own. You have to see it next to inflation. And inflation is around 6%. So in the real term, he was losing about 3% a year. On 3.5 crores, that's roughly 10 lakh of buying power gone every year. His bank statement showed a growing balance, but was that real money could actually buy was shrinking. It feels safe. It is a slow leak. The FD had a similar issue, just less visible. An FD pays better, say 7%, but FD interest gets added to your income and taxed at your slab rate. He was in the highest bracket, so after around 30% tax, 7% becomes about 4.9 in hand. Put 6% inflation next to it, and even his better money was slowly going backwards. And because the FD renewed on their own every year, this kept repeating without him ever taking a single decision. Now let me be fair here, because this is not an anti-FD video. FDs are very good at one job, money you will need soon. And for many people, retired parents, someone in lower tax bracket, FD does that job perfectly well. His case was different, and you will see why in a minute. The real mistake is keeping your long-term money you won't touch for 10 to 20 years in product made for a short term. That's like asking a scooter to move house. Nothing wrong with the scooter, it's just the wrong vehicle for the job. So don't ask whether a product is good or bad. Ask whether it matches the job you have given that money. Once we looked at his number this way, the plan became simple. We did not ask him to do anything big. No earning more, no saving more, no risky bets. Just three things. One, we set aside the short-term money, emergency fund plus the next couple of years expenses, but we did not use FD for this. He was still working, still earning well, sitting in the 30% tax bracket. Every rupee of FD interest would lose a third to tax. So this money went into liquid and hybrid fund, some safety, some easy access, but tax much better for someone in his bracket. Whatever the markets did, his family's near-term life was safe. 2. Every other rupee got a job. The long-term money moved into a diversified growth portfolio, gradually spread over months, never in one shot. Because moving crores on one day means betting everything on that one day's market level, and when you finally sell after 10 or 20 years, the tax you pay on those gains is much lower than what you keep paying on FD interest year after year. 3. And honestly the biggest one, he now had his number and he knew exactly where he stood against it. His anxiety did not go away because his money changed. It went away because now he knew. Same man, same money, but now he slips peacefully, and that is really what this work is about. Financial planning is not about becoming rich. Sometimes it's about finally giving yourself permission to stop worrying. So think about this client again, a 43-year-old asking, will I have enough? And the answer was, you have had enough for 2 years. His problem was never money. It was calculation nobody had done and money kept in the wrong place. So here are the same 3 questions for you. 1. What does your life honestly cost per month? The real figure, not the ideal one. Not what the ChatGPT will give you. 2. What does that number become at your retirement age? At 6% inflation, it roughly doubles every 12 years. And honestly, keep some buffer on top of this. Medical cost, lifestyle upgrades don't grow at 6%. They grow closer to 9. So plan with a cushion, not the exact number. 3. What is your money actually earning after tax and inflation? Especially the part lying in savings account and auto-renewing FDs. That really needs a second look. Most people have never answered all 3. Some of you will do this and find you are closer than you thought. A few of you, like our client, may have already reached, and some of you will find a real gap, which is much better to find it at 43 than at 63. Because at 43, time is still on your side. And if you get stuck between questions 2 and 3, knowing your number is one thing, getting your money to actually reach it is another. That gap is exactly what we do at Aikeyam. We are SEBI RIA advisors. Link is in description. Know your number. Everything else starts there. Number first, opinions later. Invest with clarity, money with meaning.